Hey everyone, and welcome to the Toronto Real Estate Show with Janelle and Leslie. I'm Janelle Cameron.
Hi, I'm Leslie Pearson.
And today we are going to talk about the October Toronto Real Estate Board statistics. Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you had a great week. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we are here today to talk about the October stats, which are sort of sad, really. They're a little sad. They're a little sad. But we'll go over it all.
Yep.
How have you found things on your end?
A little bit sad.
A little bit sad. Well, we're busy with listings. We have a number of listings up.
Yeah.
So that's good. I mean, there's sellers want to sell, and none of our sellers are desperate. They're just curious to sell and maybe buy. So if we can get that attitude kind of going, and people are selling and that because they want to buy, that could help pick the market up. But
we never really talk a lot about our listings. Maybe we should talk about those.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Right.
Let's talk about what we have right now. We've got, we have mentioned this one about, a few times. It is so spectacular. It is 95 Lake Avenue in Lagoon City. So that is about an hour and a half outside of Toronto. It is an amazing little community. I just think it's fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is built on all of these different lagoons. It kind of, it's like a Venice-y type of feel, except not really, but you know what I mean? Like the way they've got all these little lagoons that they've built. There's also lots of different types of homes in the community. This particular house is 4-season. And I would say most of the people that live there,
they live there
year round. It's not a cottage community, although it could be. It's a nice big home. It's got 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's 2,100 square feet and right on the water. And it is stunning. Like it's a great community.
And the lagoons open into Lake Simcoe, right?
Yeah, they do. And also across the street from this property is Lake Simcoe, and there's boat access and beach access right across the road. So,
right. Mm-hmm.
But then they've got their own a couple little shops. They've got a marina. They've got everything right there. Like it's such a self-contained, adorable little spot, and it's just happening. Okay, number one. Number two, we have a condo townhouse in the beach with two of them actually. The first one is at 90 Kip and Davie. It's 3-bedroom, 2-bath. 1,600 square feet, really great 3-level. It's just like a regular house, except it's a condo, so you don't have to do any of the maintenance. Nice big yard in the back, and totally renovated. It's
recently renovated. It looks beautiful.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Really
lovely
beautiful.
Place. So that's up for $1,199,000. And it is literally like a block and a half from the boardwalk and the beach.
It's an amazing location. You turn in either direction. You're either at the shops and restaurants on Queen East, or you walk down in the other direction. You're right on the water.
It's great.
Yeah,
people are loving it too. And those units have historically, when the market has been stronger, not lasted. I think the longest sale was probably like 5 days.
Right. Yeah, no, it's amazing. So it's a great opportunity in this market because, because
the last sale was 1.4. Prior to, we just had one recently, but prior to that last year, 1.4.
1.4 a year ago. We're listed at say 1.2, and the most recent sale was 1.12, wasn't it? And it was in no way near as nice a unit as ours.
Yeah.
So our pricing makes sense, and it's just lovely. Great place to live.
Yeah.
I have met, I would say, 98% of the neighbors, and they're all lovely, and everybody raves about living there.
Yeah, they do. They really do.
Mm-hmm.
You get parking. It's a great spot. Great family property. I can't believe it hasn't moved yet. It will. Just listed another one today. We did another condo townhome in the beach. Also, it is a really cool place. It's at 2112 Queen, which is kind of the heart of the beach, like around Hammersmith. It's called the Hammersmith. This place is so cool because I used to live there. You walk in on the Queen Street level and you take the elevator up one floor, and then all of a sudden you are in a whole courtyard. And everybody has their own private entrance. So you'd never know what was back there. They have the most beautiful gardens, and like it has been a very coveted place. These units never come up for sale. And this is a 2-level, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,100 square feet, nicely renovated. It's great. I loved living there. I could not have been closer to everything. Walk out the door and you are just everything that you want in the beach.
No, I remember it well from when you lived there.
Yeah.
We had newborn babies when you lived there.
We did. Yeah, isn't that crazy? We have another one that's coming out later today at 625 Queen. This is Queen in Broadview, 1+. Well, it's 1 bedroom, not plus, 1 bedroom. Really nice unit. It's about just shy of 700 square feet, 694. Totally renovated, modern loft style. And that one is just great starting unit, and we're coming out at $649.9 on that one. So we've got a few right now.
Good. All right, I think that we need to do more to toot our own horns. That's really good to have that number of listings.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're gonna have another one in a couple weeks across the street at Queen and Broadview as well, at 630 Queen. So we'll have the block covered there. Okay, so let's talk about the stats. It was a slow month, and I'm a little surprised because October to me seemed like it was strong in terms of I saw things selling.
Yeah, I think that it was very localized.
Yes.
And I think the numbers show that.
Yeah.
And so I think that where you were seeing things being busy was a function of what you're interested in and looking in. I, on the other hand, did not see things being busy. So it didn't surprise me. Yeah. But, what was it?
Yeah. So
the month that was.
The month that was slow sales, down 9.5% compared to last October, and up a little bit, or down a little bit from September too. But September was actually a decent month.
Yes, it was.
So not terrible in terms of that, but slower than I would have thought, just given, I thought I saw, and this might be reflected in pricing, but I did think anecdotally, I saw more small condo selling.
Yeah, you talked about that.
Which might be the case. I haven't looked at that deep, but
either small and at the lower end of the price spectrum, and also really large and expensive ones seem to me to be selling.
Yeah.
The
unique and the cheap. The good news was, though, that we only were up new listings by 2.7%. Thankfully, sellers, I think, have recognized now that unless they're going to really stick it out and be competitive, there's no point. Now, I did see a stat. I did a video about this, but I thought this was interesting and shocking that only apparently in the last couple of months, 20% of listings have actually sold in Canada. It's like things are getting listed and they're just not selling. So
they're sitting. Yeah, we talked about that last week. I think
it's pretty shocking. So price, on the other hand, we were down 7.2% compared to last October in price.
That's not insignificant.
No, it's not.
That's a drop.
Average selling price was $1,054,000. Yeah. But flat compared to September.
Yeah.
So if we're going to try to find a little positive of it, that's what we've got. Now, of course, we had another interest rate drop. And so this apparently is going to be it for a while. So is that going to make a difference in terms of motivating people, do you think?
Well, I don't think it did in October. I think it was like people didn't just hear that news. I think it was October 17th and then jump. And I'm actually not sure it will make a difference. I don't know if the one previous to this had any impact. Yeah. And, I think there are a lot of other economic things going on that are contributing to a feeling of malaise. But, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. My gut is no. What about you?
I think the same. I do have, I know I've said this 10 times, but I still believe that I do have high hopes for 2026, just because it does seem to be, there's something brewing there. People aren't getting off the fence, but I'm certainly hearing a lot about it from just my circles. Like, we want to buy, we want to sell, we want to move on, we want to do different things. I think maybe the longer this goes on, the more people recognize, oh, this is the new reality.
Well, that is true. I have those conversations as well. And, they're deciding, the people I talk to, not to do anything now because they view the situation as dire and they want to know when it will turn around. So I'm having more conversations, you're right, with people who want to do something, but they're not going to.
But at least they're thinking about it, which is the first step, I guess.
Yeah, so they don't have any life events that are mandating it for them. They're people who just would like to sell. So those would like tos are on hold. Of course, life happens all the time. People die, people get new jobs, people divorce, people have kids move out. There's always life events that happen regardless of what the market is. And, those people are still talking. And especially if you're selling and then buying in the same market.
What's the difference?
Yeah.
The thing and we've talked about this 100 times, and the thing that boggles my mind are the people in my circles who have owned the place for 20 years, but for some reason will not sell because the market is down.
Yeah.
And they want to sell.
That's so psychologically a hurdle to get over. I totally get that. But yeah, I say this even in my head to myself, like, you didn't sell then, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Right. And you bought it, I think of my parents' house. They bought it for $24,000. And so what if it's not 1.6 anymore and it's 1.3? Yeah. It was.
You never had the 1.6.
Never had the 1.6, but their neighbor did.
Right.
That's the problem. It's the fear of missing out.
Yeah.
And they don't want to be, lower than their neighbors. It's all about perception and it's all about image and all that. But,
it's shocking though.
It's provided you a place to live. It's gone up like crazy in value. You weren't selling when it would have sold for 1.6.
That's right.
That's the situation.
We all missed that boat.
Yeah. So now we're re-ramping at some point. It'll be 1.6 again, but there's nothing wrong with selling it at 1.4.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Or you hold on and hope for who knows what. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. Right.
So most of the people I'm talking to have no sense of urgency. It's just something they would like to do. So those people are holding on.
Yeah, I would say the same.
And in my neighborhood, I live in a neighborhood that is close to the upcoming construction of the Ontario line, a new subway line in Toronto. And so when I'm out walking my dog, all I hear about is the Ontario line.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot about what the city does with properties when they're building subways.
Not all of it's pretty.
Not all of it is pretty. And there were some things I knew about expropriation. I've met several people whose houses have been expropriated for it.
Yeah.
But I didn't know a lot of the other things, like liens against houses. So you can't sell, you can't develop, you can't do anything.
Wow.
There's a lien against your house.
Unless you sell it to them?
I don't want to speak out of turn because this is like dog walking chit chat. I just know I've met people who now have liens against their house from the city.
Oh my
God. They can't.
Is it because the city came to them and said, we're going to give you X and the people
No,
said no?
They were never offered. No, it's because it's a radius. It's just a kilometerage issue about houses within a certain distance are affected. I think it's 90 meters a lot. 90.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Or is it 9 kilometers? Some distance, they're all affected. Yeah.
No.
Anyway, I met this woman yesterday who has apparently a semi that's going to be affected. She has a lien against her house. She wants to make some structural changes to the house to get it ready to sell. She can't.
Wow, that is terrible.
Yeah. Anyway, I've learned a lot of stuff about new subway work.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway,
not all we want to know. Okay, well,
don't know how I got into that, but the conversations I'm having about our Ontario line, about when will it recover, because I don't have to sell, but I want to sell, but I want to wait till then. Those are the only conversations I'm having these days.
Yeah.
Buyers, I have stopped phoning me. I don't know what the sense of inertia there is. The thing I hear from buyers is, I don't know to the extent that this is true, but what I hear from buyers is that there's only crap for sale now. So the only people who are selling now, they say, are the people who have to sell and they don't want their houses.
Interesting.
It's not people who choose to sell. And if you choose to sell, you have a nice, well taken care of house. Those houses aren't for sale.
Not true.
I don't think so either,
No.
but I've heard that from more than one person.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Okay, let's talk about the actual numbers per area. So detached in the 416, 1.619. That's down 9.1% from last year. I remember when the average 416 detached home was 2.2.
Wow.
Yeah. And in the 905, 1.262, and that is down 6.6%. So, and again, that always seemed to be in the 1.3s for the longest time. Condos, this is great. This is shocking to me. Average condo in Toronto, 700,000.
Yeah.
Only down 2.7%.
Yeah, that seems like a fairly consistent number. Yeah.
Yeah. We talk about how, but I think a lot of them aren't selling at all, but the ones that do sell, the prices are holding.
Yeah.
The losing category were townhomes in the 416, who dropped 13.8%.
That's a chunk.
Yeah, to 890. But again, we don't have that many of them, so it's hard to. I have one though, of course.
Yeah. Is that condo townhouses or any
just
townhouse?
Not condo.
Okay.
Semis down 7%, both in the 416 and the 905 as well. We had right now we have active listings of 27,000, which is 17% more than we had last year. And we have an average days on market of 50. And again, that's, I think, skewed, because if we're looking at average days on market, that doesn't include everything that went off the market and didn't sell at all.
Yeah.
That's only stuff that's sold. And
it doesn't include I don't think thousands, but hundreds of houses that I follow that have been unrealistically priced and sitting on the market for increasing days every day, like for months and months and months. Every day that number is going to get higher. If these people are insincere about selling, they just need to take their homes off the market. But to be so overpriced and sit there for months, I have no idea what purpose that is serving.
None. And I think realtors got to get with the program and sellers have to get with the program. Yeah. And it's probably our job, to try to educate our sellers. And I haven't done a great job of that either, because I find myself sometimes confused.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, I probably get that, but I'm not totally sure. I've lost confidence in my ability to, I used to be able to get those numbers.
It's more unpredictable than ever before.
And it's now I'm kind of like, well, now I just tell everybody it could take a long time.
Yeah.
And when I say long, I mean long.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had one come off the market in Etobicoke that it wasn't even on that long. I think it was maybe a month and a half. And my clients were like, this is not what we were expecting. But I did prepare you. Those people, I specifically said, this is how it's going to go. It's going to take a really long time. And they weren't hearing me. They were hearing me, but not hearing me. So then I realized, okay, I'm not doing a good enough job. I have to really make sure people understand.
Yeah.
When I say long, anticipate, if you're a condo, a year, maybe more.
Yeah. Well, I know in my immediate area, the houses that have sold have been ones that have been priced really quite realistically, and they have sold super quick. But other ones that I look at and I think, this was not the agent's doing. Yeah. This is a seller not realizing what's going on, and those are starting to sit.
Yeah, I think we're going to be in for a while longer before things recover. And what I don't think people realize is once it does recover, that's going to take years to recover.
Yeah.
It's not all of a sudden going to bounce back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So when you have somebody say, as I've had, well, I'll just take it off the market and try again next year, what do you tell them?
I tell them, well, first of all, in general, we only know what we know. So on what basis are you thinking what's going to happen next year? Who's told you things are going to be better?
Right.
Like, so to some extent, it could be that now is better than then.
It could be.
We don't know. That's, I guess what I say is we don't know.
Yeah.
Where is the evidence that that's the smartest decision?
Yeah.
I can see taking it off the market and holding until it changes, but I don't know that that's next year. And nobody who says they do know, in fact, does know.
No. I mean,
what do you say when people say that?
I say the same. I'm like, I think it might be better, but I have no idea.
Right.
Like I've stopped. I used to be so like, oh yeah, this'll happen and that'll happen. And I was always right. Now I'm like, no idea.
Well, where I'm confident is that it will go up.
But when?
But when I can't say. So I used to, because I just don't know. This is just so much new territory for us. And then, I might also think if you're already on the market and you think you're priced okay, just not the right person has come by, then why take it off?
Yeah, you just got to hang tight.
I object to these people that are overpriced and just sitting and hanging. Yes. But if you think you're doing everything right and you're priced right and you're getting some traffic, it just hasn't sold, then I would just I think you're doing well in this market.
I agree. And I said that to someone yesterday. I said, the only thing I do know is that you can't sell if it's not on the market.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I don't know.
I've had that kind of conversation in so many different contexts, even aside from real estate, like in the last month or so, my kid flying home from Europe, debating whether to fly home for Europe for an interview because he didn't think he'd get it. Well, you don't go, guess what? You're not going to get it.
Definitely not going to get it. Yeah.
Lots of things like that are true. Like you have to swing.
True, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thankfully, because it resonates with most people I know, I can throw in that Wayne Gretzky quote.
Right.
I used before. And
right.
People then go, oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Even I know that. And I don't know anything about hockey.
Well,
we just have to wait and see. That's it. Let's see. I mean, it's November now. November can go either way. It kind of depends sometimes a little bit on the weather. I did hear we're supposed to be getting a little snow next week.
Oh,
Let's
God,
hope
no.
that's not the case. But we'll just have to see. So, keep your eyes peeled. If you're a buyer, there's great deals out there.
Yeah. If you're a buyer, you'd be able to get a house now or a condo that you would never in your wildest dreams have thought would be in your range for, several moves down the road. So if you're, stably employed and financially strong, it might go down a bit more, but if there's a house you love and it's for sale now, you're going to be in the situation as many of the people we talk to now. You're down the road, you're going to be in the same situation where you bought it for the equivalent of $28,000, and in 30 years you're thinking, damn,
they should have sold.
Or like you're not in, however number of years, you're not going to say, I wish I held out longer and got it for $12,000 less.
I know.
Like that's not like if you think about it like that,
it's so silly.
Waiting for it to go down, like if you hold on to it for a bit, it's irrelevant.
It's so irrelevant.
Yeah, but easy for us to say.
Yeah. Well, I think because we're old enough and we've been in the real estate market a long time. I don't mean working, I mean owning. We know how it goes. Like it's just, I can't even tell you what I bought and sold any of my homes for.
No. Okay.
Sometimes I know one in particular, like I tried to sell in the 2008 mess.
Oh yeah.
And ended up selling it the next year for way less than I thought I would have sold it for. And I sold again a year after that for like 50% more than I sold it for. It's like, well, I should have held on for another year. Well, who knew?
Yeah.
Like I would never think about that.
Right. And if you sold it and then bought in the same market, who even cares?
Yeah, that's what it is. I mean, that's life, right? There's no guarantee. As long as you're doing something with your money.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are struggling though now. There's a lot of people are in some tough situations. And
now, do you know anyone yourself that has lost a job?
Yes.
Okay. I only know one. I know one person, but he turned around and got another job like immediately. So I don't know anyone.
No, I know in my circle 3 people.
Interesting.
Since the summer.
Okay. Yeah. Nobody for me. Yeah.
So if a lot of people are at a minimum facing some insecurity and uncertainty, and if you ever want to, even if you're not thinking of selling, but you just want to talk things through to think about what your options might be. We do that kind of conversation all the time.
Yeah, we're happy to do that.
reach
Doesn't
out,
mean anything. Yeah, that's a good point, because just to try to remember or remind people that, you know, if you want advice or you want to vent or whatever it is that you want, like we are here for that. So don't worry about it.
Good.
Excellent. All right. Well, that's it for today. Hopefully everyone has a great week. We'll see you or talk to you or both next week. And in the meantime, happy real estate.
Happy real estate, everyone.